Hey, what's good? It's your boy Y Goes Hoops, and I'm joined by
the Beast JJ Make It Rain Johnson.
And today we're going to be talking about the games that happened tonight. And I would like to start off with the Pelicans because, oh my God, I finally got the chance to glaze Zion. You don't know how much I've been waiting for this day. The last game they played, in the first video I made, he had 4 points against the Heat, and it did not let me cook enough. So let me talk about it. Zion has the chance to lead this team to the finals. I don't care what anybody says. This team is a sleeper pick. The only thing to worry about is the lack of experience and the lack of athletic big play. Jonas Valanciunas is great and all, but I think that he just doesn't have fast enough feet to keep up with some of the big men that are going to be in the playoffs. But hopefully the Pelicans, because they play such good basketball as a team and have such good defense when they're on, hopefully they can take care of it. My favorite player in the league is Zion, and everybody knows that. Even Mr. JJ Make It Rain Johnson himself, who's going to be covering a segment. I'm going to let him have the Bucks versus the Thunder. This game was so amazing for Zion, and I am so happy to be able to talk about it. He had 36, 7, and 6 on 93% from the field, 2 steals, 17, 4, and 4 just at half on perfect shooting. The Pelicans won 114-101 against the Pistons, and I want to thank the Pistons, man, because y'all gave me the game I've been waiting for. I've been waiting to have a game to talk about like this, and I just want to thank y'all so much. Kay Cunningham and Jalen Duren did not play, and that might have helped because Duren's a pretty good interior defender. James Wiseman started at center and didn't have a bad game. He actually had 15 and 11. Chiozo Metsu had 17 to lead the team for the Pistons. The Pelicans won the first quarter by 19. And honestly, they had control of the game the whole time. They're now only a half a game back from the Clippers because the Clippers also lost today, which we'll get to later. McCollum had a nice 23-point game with 7 assists and went 5 and 9 from 3. Trigger Trey Murphy struggled from the field shooting-wise, but made up for it on defense with 4 blocks. Herb Jones played amazing defense as usual. He had 4 steals and a really nice block on a 3-pointer. Najee Marshall off the bench had 14 and 8 and hit 4 threes. But oh my God, guys, you don't know how happy I am that Zion had this game. I've been watching Zion since he was in high school, as a lot of people have. He was really popular coming into the league. I did not miss a single Duke game, and man, it feels like the whole media, the whole fan base, everybody counted him out. Everyone makes up narratives. Everybody tells him how he's thinking, and I'm just glad that the Pelicans are on a roll and he's playing good basketball, and it feels like it's more of a team game than personal for him. But tonight, he went out and did his thing without B.I., which he's going to need to do a lot more now that B.I. is hurt. And hopefully when he's reevaluated in 2 weeks, we can get Brandon Ingram back on his team. But man, the Pelicans on a roll lately, and hopefully they continue it into the playoffs, where hopefully they'll beat the Clippers in the first round. And it's looking like how things are going. Maybe they'll even get home court advantage. The next game of the day is 76ers versus Clippers, in which the 76ers won 121-107. Tyrese, point guard Maxey, and Tobias Harris both had 24 on good shooting. Campaign off the bench had 23. The Sixers shot 49% from 3 and made 18 of them things. Both Paul George and Kawhi struggled. Kawhi only had 20. Paul George had 18. Norman Powell off the bench had 20 on 63% shooting, but was still a negative 15 for the game. The Clippers only made 10 threes on 35% shooting. The Sixers did a good job taking care of the ball with only 8 turnovers. And this game had big implications on playoff seeding. Right now, the 76ers are the 7th seed, and hopefully they can avoid the play-in if they keep winning. They're about a game back of the Pacers, and this win helps. They're going to need every win they can get if they want to get out of the play-in. I think they can do it, especially if Embiid's coming back sometime soon. For the Clippers, this makes them half a game ahead of the Pelicans, in which the Pelicans have a tiebreaker. Based on how things are going, I think the Pelicans have a good shot at going on a run and beating the Clippers and taking home court advantage for the playoffs. Though the Pelicans have a hard stretch coming up against OKC, the Bucks, and the Celtics, so hopefully they can get some big wins against those teams. Moving on to the next game, we're going to sound the blowout alert. The Cavs lost 84-121 against the Heat. The Heat dominated this game with their defense, winning by 37. They won every single quarter of the game, and the Cavs only had one player in double digits, which was Evan the Block Man Mobley with 15. This was a nightmare game for the Cavs and a defensive masterclass from the Heat. The Heat had 10 more steals than the Cavs, leading 13-3 in that category. To show how bad the Cavs were, nobody on the team had over 5 rebounds, and Sam Morrell was the only person over 5 assists with 6. The Heat had a plus 14 rebound advantage. The starters for the Heat didn't log a ton of minutes because they busted their ass early, so they could get out of there and get some rest. Bam Adebayo had a great game with 15 points, 16 rebounds, and 5 assists and 5 steals. Jimmy Butler had 15 and 6, and a 32 plus minus. The Heat had 8 less turnovers than the Cavs. Jared Allen had a really nice dime halfway through the second quarter to his coach JB Bickerstaff. He's really been working on his playmaking, and I think he's doing a great job of getting everyone involved. We even had an Amani the Master Bates sighting, in which he logged 10 minutes in garbage time, hit 3 threes, and had 9 points. So shout out to Monty Bates. Hopefully he can start getting more minutes next year. Obviously, he's not going to get a bigger role going into the playoffs. For the next game, I'm going to be taking a back seat to the beast, JJ Make It Rain Johnson. And I'm sure you guys will enjoy his part. He's going to be covering Bucks versus OKC.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the Beast JJ Make It Rain Johnson taking over to talk to you jabronis about the Bucks and the Not So Thunder. Tonight, the Bucks played the Thunder, but the Thunder wasn't exactly showing the lightning and thunder tonight. As a matter of fact, Milwaukee absolutely showed who had the Thunder and who was truly electrifying by laying the smackdown on their candy asses, with the score being 118-93 Bucks. Chris Middleton ends up getting his second ever career T-dub tonight, whilst the last time he had one, it was January 20th of 2018, and the place where it's known to be called brotherly love up there in candy ass Philly. So congratulations to the main alien man, Chrissy boy. This game, while Giannis started off dominating and continued his dominant run like the Greek freak that he is, Pat Bev really is such a great fit with Milwaukee. After as many teams as he's been on, this team definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, suits this man so much better. He also became more of a passer than he ever was before. Pat and Dame actually had some serious issues. They had some beef, whatever the heck you want to call it. They were definitely not on the best of terms. And ever since Pat joined the Bucks, they started to become really, really good friends. This is great because they're both great players, and as underrated as Pat seems to be to a lot of people, he definitely is one of my favorite players because I think he deserves way more credit in general, especially for his defensive game, but that's just me. Now let's go back to the Greek Freak. Now the Greek Freak, Giannis, he had a double-double before halftime. Who in the blue hell is even doing that? And see, for me, it's the way that Giannis was doing it, what made it exactly exciting. So which is why Ghost over here was drooling over this big, strong man. But what did happen that was pretty freaking funny, it was hilarious, that Giannis had his 5th 10-second violation at the free throw line this season. Listen, I love Giannis. I love him. I have so much respect for this man. Giannis Antetokounmpo is definitely one of the greatest freaking players I've ever seen in my entire freaking life. I've never even seen anybody have 5 10-second violations at the free throw line. A little later on, Dame clutches up a little bit. He clutched up a little bit, I will admit it, by hitting a signature beautiful 4-point play against the jabroni, with Giannis sitting on the bench jerking the air out of electrifying amusement, being the greatest reaction I've ever seen out of any jabroni sitting in the stands. Thunder, your man Joshy boy, your favorite pedophile, had 15 by halftime. He was on pace for 30, but he didn't quite get to 30 this game. So he went 3 for 3 behind the arc, and Chet, your main man, Chet the vet Holmgren, went 6 and 4 and 1 for 10 shooting and 0 and 5 from 3, but he did struggle. In my opinion, is looking extremely sexy, by the way. The point is the Thunder in general struggled pretty dang hard tonight, with Shai not really doing his greatest, only putting up 12 and 3 and 2, shooting at 41%, and with Joshy boy being the highest scorer with 19 points, your favorite pedophile, also putting up 9 rebounds and 8 assists. Not really a big fan with this guy, and well, honestly, who is? But he did put up the best number on the Thunder roster. And overall, with all seriousness, listen, the Bucks were playing absolutely legendary with what seemed to be one of the best and electrifying games I've ever seen from the Greek Freak, and also, who I forgot to mention, Bobby Boy. He had an amazing, and I mean amazing, defensive game. So kudos to the Bucks, absolutely putting the stop to the rumbling Thunder. But listening to the absolute very most sexy voice in all of sports entertainment, that is the Beast JJ Make It Rain Johnson. I love y'all. Thank y'all. God bless y'all. Stay blessed.
Special shout out and thank you to the Beast. Continuing on, we have the Warriors versus Timberwolves. The Timberwolves won 114-110 against the Warriors. This game was kind of fun and kind of close. My favorite part of the game has to be that 36-year-old Steph Curry still has to do it all. He had 31 points in this game with 5 threes. Steph Curry was really the only player getting anything to go for the Warriors. Klay Thompson and Chris Paul off the bench were absolutely terrible, and nobody in the starting lineup did nothing too crazy. The Warriors couldn't keep up with the Timberwolves offense, in which LSU's finest Nas the Boss Reed ended the game with 20 and 12, 6 threes on 75% from 3, and started off the game 5 of 5 from 3. Ant-Man had 23, 6 and 8. Mike Conley had 14 and 7 with 4 steals. Minnesota made 21 threes in this game on 52% from 3 and made 7 more than the Warriors. The Timberwolves swept their season series against the Warriors tonight. The seeding implications that happen from this game mostly affect the Warriors, who are currently the 10th seed holding on to a play-in spot. Losing this game puts them 1 game ahead of the red hot Rockets, who are likely likely to overtake them in the next couple games. And for the last game of the night, we had an offensive masterclass between the Lakers and Pacers. The Lakers won 150 to 145, in which Anthony Davis absolutely dominated with 36 and 16 on 71% shooting. LeBron had 26, 5 and 10. Austin Reeves had 25 and 8. Spencer Dinwiddie had 26 and 5. The Lakers ended up shooting 43 free throws to the Pacers 16, which it's hard to say that's not the reason why they pulled ahead and won. The Lakers starting lineup combined for 123 points, which is absolutely absurd, and sometimes I wonder how that's even possible. But they did play the Pacers in today's league, so I'll give it a pass. The Lakers tried to fumble a 17-point lead going into the fourth, which I guess makes sense because the Pacers had the highest average scoring in the fourth quarter. Pascal Siakam had a monster game with 36 and 12. Miles Turner had 20. Tyrese Halliburton had a regression game and another cold one with 12 and 10 on bad shooting. Both teams shot crazy from the field though, and from three. And it's really disappointing that Tyrese can't seem to get a rhythm together going into the playoffs. Hopefully he figures it out, because I know the fans are starting to turn against him, and that's the last thing that he needs to get his confidence going. I hope everyone enjoyed the video tonight. I really appreciate the beast, JJ, Mr. Make It Rain Johnson, and I hope everyone enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, have a great day, have a great night, have a great day at work, have a great day at school, and just enjoy yourself and enjoy basketball. I appreciate y'all, and have a good one. Also, shout out Zion. I love that guy.